Coming up, Phi Gamma Delta fraternity president is elected as president for Iowa Interfraternity Council. And later, the United Auto Workers Labor Union ends their month-long strike against John Deere.
Jordan Bohannon breaks the Big Ten three-point record and Iowa takes on Illinois in football. I'll tell you more in sports.
I'm outside on campus. I'll tell you more in weather about what you can expect over Thanksgiving break.
All that and more coming up on this Friday morning edition of DITV News. Don't go anywhere. DITV News starts right now. Good morning and thank you for tuning in. I'm Justina Borgman. The president of the UI chapter of Phi Gamma Delta, or Fiji, was announced as the incoming president of the UI Interfraternity Council, or IFC. The Interfraternity Council works as a link between the fraternities and the university. The council was announced on November 9th in an email saying Mason Miller, who is the current president of the Fiji chapter, was elected as the president of the IFC and will begin this January. The IFC president is voted in by a simple majority, with each of the 17 frats getting a single vote. This announcement generated controversy due to the Fiji chapter currently being under investigation for alleged sexual assault last year. Miller did not hold an officer position when the assault allegedly occurred and is not named in the lawsuit surrounding the incident. However, the lawsuit did say other Fiji members were culpable due to their silence and solidarity in the face of sexual assault. Wednesday night, United Auto Worker members voted to accept the third proposed 6-year contract from John Deere. 61% voted yes. It has included a 20% increase of wages by the end of the contract, cost of living increases, and enhanced retirement options. The UAW vice president said, "The sacrifice and solidarity displayed our John Deere members, combined with the determination of their negotiators, made this accomplishment possible." Many students rely on bikes to get around campus, but from January of 2020 through August of 2021, the UI police received 112 bike theft reports. This means your bike might be at risk, and the high population of Iowa City while classes are in session leads to an even greater risk.
They are very difficult cases to solve. We definitely go to pawn shops and places like that where we know that people tend to try to resell these items when they are stolen, but it's not always possible to find the bicycle and reunite people with their property, and that's very unfortunate.
Bike back depend on the owner's proactivity to protect their bike. Helpful steps include getting it registered, having a picture of the bike, knowing your bike's serial number, using a high-quality lock on the wheel and the bike frame, and having a tracking device on it. Tracking devices such as Apple AirTags are especially helpful. You also want to consider where you keep your bike. Make sure not to leave it parked in one spot for too long. As students head home for this break this weekend, consider taking it home over break so it stays safe over the off season.
Our department actively investigates these reports and tracks this issue very closely. We have been able to return a number of stolen bikes to their owners over time, but that said, it's critical for those on campus to play an active role in securing their property by taking preventative measures, and we're always happy to assist and provide guidance in that area.
If you see any suspicious activity or your bike is stolen, contact the UI Police non-emergency line at 319-335-5022. The downtown district has a new attraction this holiday season. The Holiday Kids Market gives kids an opportunity to shop for their family on their own with some of Santa's helpers. The Kids Market allows children to gain independence through shopping on their own and widen the gift options for them to buy. The various downtown shops will have gifts priced from $5 to $50. Parents will provide Santa's helpers with a list of who the kids need to buy for, and then Santa's helpers will help the kids shop around. Kids will also have the opportunity to have gifts wrapped for them. The holiday market is open every day from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. until November 24th. Next, let's look at a live view with Ethan to see what temperatures to expect for the weekend and over Thanksgiving break.
Thanks, Justina. Today is gonna be cold. It has a high of 43 and a low of 21 with partly cloudy skies and a slight chance for snow. Tomorrow, Hawkeye football fans luck out with the warmest day of the week with 54 degrees sometime around kickoff and 34 degrees sometime in the early morning. The rest of the week is going to have temperatures around 40 degrees with a possibility of it dropping into the teens at night. Now let's toss it over to Caitlin in sports, where she'll tell you how the Hawkeyes can take down the Fighting Illini on Saturday.
Thanks, Ethan. Jordan Bohannon made history last night, hitting 4 3-pointers to solidify himself as the Big Ten Conference leader in the most made threes. It was a special moment for Jordan as he celebrated with his family after and received a standing ovation from the fans after setting the record.
The shots weren't going in last game, so like Coach always says, keep pulling, and it's pretty special to be named with some of these guys that I've passed through the years, whether it's been at Iowa or throughout the Big Ten.
The Hawks swept past Alabama State 108-82, and sophomore forward Keegan Murray continued to dominate the court, tallying 26 points. Freshman guard Peyton Sanford proved himself on the court, downing shots left and right, finishing the game with 21 points. The Hawks continue to show improvement offensively, but still have a lot to work on defensively before their conference play. The Hawks continue their non-conference play on Monday against Western Michigan at 7:30 p.m. And Iowa storms Kinnick Stadium for the last time this season on Saturday. The Hawkeyes are set to battle a 4-6 Illinois team in hopes of pulling out a win and keeping their hopes of the Big Ten West alive. The Iowa defense will play a tough November football to force takeaways from an Illinois offense that rarely gives up the ball.
We're absolutely not slacking, and we absolutely know the magnitude of this game and games to come.
Illinois is bringing a veteran defense to Iowa City, and they're hungry. Illinois has knocked off top 10 Big Ten ranked teams, including Penn State, so sophomore quarterback Alex Padilla and the rest of the Iowa offense will need to build a confident rhythm and find the end zone to come out on top.
Bottom line is they're a tough Big Ten football team. I think we're looking at another one of those, Big Ten contests in November. It's going to go right to the wire.
Illinois is traveling without head coach Brett Bielema as he has contracted COVID-19. Bielema's absence may play a key role in tomorrow's game. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. The Iowa men's wrestling team hosts their first home match this season at Carver Hawkeye Arena tomorrow. This match will be against Princeton, and the Hawkeyes are ready to dominate.
The season started, and we have Princeton in front of us. There's always little things to look at, to talk about. There's always things to get better at, and our guys march to the beat of that drummer very well.
Princeton should be very good competition for this team, although these Hawkeyes are ready to leave it all on the mat and show Princeton what their team is really made of. At the Luther Open last Sunday, these wrestlers had an impressive start to their season and claimed 8 Hawkeye titles.
At Princeton especially, I think every time we've dueled them, they've always sent out their best guys, and they're always wanting to beat Iowa, so I expect a fight. So.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow to find out the results of the match and if the Iowa Hawkeyes can claim their victory against the Princeton Tigers. Be sure to check back into the DailyIowan.com for more on these stories. Back to you, Justina.
And to wrap up, we're going to meet our DITV Pet of the Week. This week's furry friend is Riley. Riley is the best friend of DITV reporter Abigail Kurten. She enjoys snow, her stuffed possum, and cheering for the Hawkeyes from St. Louis, Missouri. She also just celebrated her first birthday on the 9th of November. Happy belated birthday, Riley. If you'd like to submit your furry friend to the Pet of the Week, email ditvvo@gmail.com with the subject DITV Pet of the Week. Make sure to add some fun facts and a picture about your furry friend. Thank you for tuning in to DITV News, and head over to theDailyIowan.com for all of your latest news between Monday and Friday. We'll be back after Thanksgiving break for more news and sports updates. From DITV News, I'm Justina Borgman, and have a wonderful day.